Stop scrolling right now, because what you're about to hear isn't an accident. And if you're seeing this video for the second time, then you already know I'm telling the truth. Do you feel it? That weight in your chest? That quiet knowing that this message was meant for you? Don't ignore it. Not this time, because some doors only open twice, and you're standing at one right now. If this video returned to you, pause for a moment. Don't rush past this. Don't let it become background noise, because some messages don't come back unless they matter. And some moments don't repeat unless God is trying to reach a heart that almost heard him the first time. You may not even remember watching this before, or maybe you do. Maybe you got halfway through and felt something crack open inside you, something you've kept buried for so long. Maybe it scared you, so you clicked away, told yourself it wasn't the right time. But here it is again, standing in front of you like a patient friend who refuses to give up. And that alone should tell you something. God does not chase people with noise. He speaks with precision, with perfect timing, with the kind of love that knows exactly when you're ready to hear what you need to hear. There was something in you that wasn't ready the first time. Not because you were rebellious, you were just tired, wounded in places no one sees, overwhelmed by a life that demands more than you feel capable of giving. And God saw that, so he waited. He didn't force you. He didn't condemn you. He simply allowed the message to return when your heart was a little quieter, a little softer, a little more open than before. Right now, you might feel completely exposed. Like this message isn't speaking to a crowd, it's speaking directly into your life, into your secrets, into the prayers you stopped praying because you convinced yourself no one was listening. That's not coincidence. That's conviction wrapped in compassion. God doesn't expose to shame you. He reveals to heal you. He's gently showing you what you've been hiding from yourself, the pain you've been minimizing, the disappointment you've been carrying like stones in your pockets. You've been carrying things you never talked about, disappointment that slowly hardened into distance, prayers that went unanswered and gradually transformed into silence, not the peaceful kind, but the hollow kind. You didn't plan to drift. You didn't wake up one morning and decide to walk away from God. It happened gradually, one small compromise leading to another, one disappointment building a wall you told yourself was just a boundary. And yet God noticed every step, not with judgment, not with anger. He noticed with the same careful attention a shepherd gives to the one sheep who wanders, watching, waiting, ready to run the moment you turn around. Somewhere along the way you started believing that God was disappointed in you, that you failed too often to still be chosen, to still be loved. But here's the truth. God already saw this version of you long before you ever became it. He saw the mistakes before you made them. He saw the brokenness before the world broke you. He saw the worst day of your life before you lived it. And he still called you by name, with purpose, with plans that your failures cannot cancel. This video returning is not a warning of anger. It's a reminder of mercy, a gentle, persistent reminder that the God you've been avoiding is the same God who's been pursuing you with a love that refuses to quit. God is patient, but patience does not mean absence. Love does not mean indifference, and silence does not mean abandonment. Many times God stays quiet, not because he has nothing to say, but because he's waiting for us to slow down enough to listen. And now, here you are. You've been asking questions you never say out loud, wondering if you still belong, wondering if it's too late to come back, wondering if God still wants you after everything that happened, after everything you did just to survive. Listen carefully now. If God didn't want you, this message would not have returned. If God was finished with you, your heart would feel nothing right now. If this door was closed, you wouldn't feel this pull to stay. The enemy wants you to believe that delay means denial. But God wants you to know that delay often means preparation. You were not ignored, you were protected. You were not forgotten, you were being formed in ways you couldn't understand at the time. Some of you are living with quiet regret, not loud rebellion, just sadness, sad over who you used to be, sad over what you lost, sad over how far you feel from peace. But God does not measure distance the way humans do. One genuine moment of turning toward Him can restore what years of silence seem to destroy. This is not about going backward. It's about coming home wiser. God is not calling you back to guilt. He's calling you back to relationship, back to trust, back to rest, back to the version of you that believed even when faith was fragile. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need perfect prayers. You don't need to promise God you'll never fail again. You just need honesty, a heart that says, I'm listening now, because ignoring this moment won't make it disappear. God will remain gentle, but the restlessness will remain too, not as punishment, but as invitation, a holy discomfort meant to guide you back before your heart grows numb. This is not pressure. This is grace knocking again. You are not being rushed, but you are being called. And the fact that this message returned means God believes you are ready to hear what you couldn't hear before. Take a breath. Let the noise fade. Let the walls lower. It's time to listen not with fear, but with trust. Not with shame, but with hope. Not with resistance, but with surrender. Because God is not done with you, your story isn't over. Your purpose hasn't expired. And this moment, this precise moment where your eyes are reading these words and your heart is feeling things you thought you'd never feel again, this moment is not random. It's appointed. It's sacred, so stay just for a little while longer. Let yourself feel what you've been numbing. Let yourself hope what you've been afraid to dream. Let yourself come home to the God who never left. Because He's been waiting for you, and He's still calling your name.